Hello and welcome to this session again. This is Gabriel once more, and today we are going to be looking at the introduction to database management system. So, database management system is divided into two parts. The first one is a database, and the second section is management system. As we all know, in our topic, in this our course, it is written there database and SQL. And before you actually understand database, it's good for you to also understand what is meant by data. So, database is a collection of related tables or relations. So before we also move closely or for us to understand better, but let us look at what is data. Data are raw facts, figures, or statistics that have no meaning. They are raw facts, figures, or statistics that have no meaning. They have no particular meaning. And we all know that when you give them meanings, it becomes a record or it becomes information. So when you collect all those data and then you give them meaning, it becomes information. So in database, we call them records. So records are collection of related data. They are collection of related data items. So we can see have the same example here when we have the rule, which is 1, 2, 3. Is what I'm talking on. 1, 2, 3. On the rule 1, you could have ABC, you can have A, C, B, and then you can have different data. When you put all of them in a single table or relation, we call them records. I don't know if you understand. So data are raw facts, figures, or statistics. Now when you combine those data, you put all of them together, we call them records. So records are collection of related data items. Now when you collect all those records, you now form what is called a table. Now a table is what we call related records. So a table is a collection of related records. A table is a collection of related records. Now in that table or in that relation, we have fields, we have attributes or domains. In that relation, we have fields, attributes or domains. We can interchange them. Now in that same uh, rules, because in a column there's what we call fields, attribute or domain. In a table there are rows and columns. In a table we have rows and then we have columns. Now the rows in a database are called fields, attributes or domains. The rows the columns in the database are called fields, attributes or domain, and then the rows are called records or tuples. So a database now is what? A database now is a collection of related relations. It's a collection of related relations, or it is a collection of related tables for you to understand better. Now we have an example here where we have four different tables: T1, T2, T3, and T4. And on the first table we have the role name H. The second we have the role, we have the address. The third we have the role, we have the year. And the fourth we have the role, and then we have the year, we have the hospital or the hostel. Now if you notice that in these four different tables, they are all related to each other. We can say this is the table or records of a student. In that same student, you can have the student name and the age, which is in the first table. We can have the student address, which is now put in a separate table. Then we also have the year, if it is a student is in year 1, year 2, year 3, which is also recorded in a different table, and they also have other table that have the records of where the student live, the hostel. So all these four tables are what we call a database. They are all related to each other. We are now looking at in that same database. For example, we can look at another example here. Now we have a database management system now, which manages, its role is to manage all the data found in the database. You understand? A database management system is there to manage all the data found in the database. So we may have three different people, one which is at the level of the payroll, the other person which is at the level of the customer service, and the other person who is a sales manager. They both wants to access information or data at the database. They have to pass through what we call the database management system. We can have some of these database management system. We can have Oracle, which is an enterprise database management system, and we have many. So these employees who are the payroll, the customer service, as well as the sales manager, on the front end will be display, or information that is going to display on the front end are going to be different from each other. The payroll officer needs access the staff details. So in his own front end, we are only going to have the staff details. Now, what are the staff details? You can have the name, you can have the address, you can have the years of working. Now, the customer service advisor will also need to access customer accounts. So, which means that on his own front page or front end, is going to see the customer name, the account number, and some other few information. At the same time, we also have the sales manager that to access the stock levels. Here also is also going to have some information, and all of these information are found in the database. And that database is where we have related tables. Each table that has its own rules and columns, that has its columns and rows. And in that columns, we call them fields, attributes, or domains. And we also have in the rows that we call tuples or records. So records are records in the rows, and the attributes fields are records in the columns. Okay, we are going to end here for today. In our next session, we are going to look at the definition or what is mean in management system. So we are going to look at that. Today we just need to talk about database and what is it, and for us to understand a bit what database is all about. And we have said that it is a collection of tables or relations, and we say in those relations we have records. In a relation we have records, and in a record we have data. Are you understanding? So in database we have collection of tables, and in that table we have records, and in records we have data. And each table contains what? Columns and rows. And in database system and management system, we call them fields. We call the columns as fields, attributes, or domains that can be interchanged. Then we call the rows as the records. So that's it for today, and we'll see you on our next session. Thank you very much. Thank you.